Videos like this start off with a massive thank you to the people who have my back, giving me support, helping me stay afloat, and pumping these babies out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This time we'll be talking about Stage 2 of Dragonstar Arena. Hope you enjoy. Greetings, Gilliam the Rogue here once again with another Threats of Tamriel segment. In this episode, we will be discussing the Stage 2 of Dragonstar Arena. This will be the ice rink. As we see, it's filled with frost. We'll also notice that there are 3 campfires. This is the main focus of this round. In the first 2 rounds, not much is going to happen. You're free to move around wherever you want. You won't take any damage, nothing of the sort. The campfires will stay lit, and they will not require your attention at all. It'll be like a basic old arena. However, upon the start of the 3rd round, the arena will begin to storm, or there'll be a big flurry. And you'll have to stay close to one of these campfires in order to prevent being snared and taking continuous damage. The longer you stay in the blizzard without protection, the more damage it will do, inevitably one-shotting you. The really nice counter to this is there will be some times where you'll have to go out and face the storm. You'll need to use something like a damage shield or lots of heals over time. So if you're a stamina build, Vigor is great. Just cast it a few times, run in, do what you need to do, get back to safety. If you're a caster build, put on Harness Magicka, so on. After the 3rd round is done, the braziers, or these giant campfires, will diminish and their flames will be gone. And there'll be little torches that you'll see across the map. There'll be one here where I'm shooting, one here, and then one here. So there'll be 3 torches, one for each campfire. All you do is you go up, you interact with it, and then you run back to which campfire you want to alight. You'll press E again, you'll wave it around, and reignite it. After the 4th wave begins, after about a minute, the campfire will begin dwindling. It'll have this big flame will go to a tiny little kindling flame. And then after another 20 seconds or so, it'll diminish and you'll have to relight it. Meaning you're racing against the time. The nice thing is that you can control which brazier or which campfire that you light. So if I have 3 torches and 3 campfires, that means we have roughly 4 minutes to complete the round before all of them diminish. Because at the start of every round, once round 3 and 4 and 5 start, all of these campfires will run out. So we'll have to reignite them. Now, what I suggest doing is having a designated person take care of this, and always take the farthest torch from you. So ideally, you'll want to be standing at this campfire here, because this is where most of the ads spawn. So when it goes out, instead of just taking the one right here that's right next to you, you want to prepare for the worst in case, like, you have to take 2 torches. So you'll come to this one or that one over there so that you don't have to run very far mid-round when lots of chaotic stuff is going on. You can just go right here and be like, oh, here's a torch, I can light the flame. So I highly suggest taking one of the far ones first and then taking the one that's closest to you. The torches will respawn at the end of every round as well, so don't feel pressured that you have to conserve. The mechanic isn't too scary. You have plenty of time. It's more time than you'd think. So don't spend too much time worrying about it. Just let it happen naturally. React as it comes. It's not a big deal. It's not going to be the end of the world if you fail, because that's how you learn, right? So if you make a mistake, don't sweat it. You'll just get up and do it again, and it's fine. It's really not that punishing of a mechanic. It's just keeping you engaged with your environment. Again, it's prepping you for the later rounds of the arena when there's so much going on. If you came in there and it started happening right away, you'd fail. But now that you're following mechanics early on, you're preparing your mind, you're preparing your body to take on these challenges and be ready for the challenges to come. Okay, so in here, not a lot's going to happen. There's going to be tons of different ads. A lot of them will be reused ones from the previous, like Slayers or Berserkers and stuff, but I'll still have their pictures. I'll mention them, and I'll talk a little bit about their mechanics, like what they do, which ones are the most dangerous, and so on. After that, again, the gate will open. I've obviously cleared this round, and then the portal will activate and you'll be able to walk through after taking your chest and repairing at the imp up there by the portal. So again, stage 2, not too much going on. The just new added mechanic of interacting with your environment, watching out for hazards and so on while combat's going on. But now let's talk about what adds we're going to interact with, and then after that we'll go into the gameplay segment. Okay, our first add up is the classic brawler. Pretty much going to be the same thing he was in round 1. All they do is they have this charge attack, move out of it. If you don't, you'll be knocked down, you'll take some hefty damage. And they also have a heavy attack. Not too much going on with a brawler, very low HP, very low priority. Then on to the next one, which is the Berserker. Again, a reskin from stage 1. It's like a Nightblade. They dual wield, don't do too much damage. The only thing they're going to do is have that agony attack, which you'll see in the next picture. All you do is you bash it or you block it. If you block it, you'll take a bleed. If you bash it, nothing will happen. He'll be set off balance. Bada bing, bada boom. Great stuff. Now on to the third, which is a bear, classic bear. Doesn't do too much damage. He has the stun when he'll get on his hind legs and slam into the ground. That's pretty much the most devastating thing he'll do. He'll also have a heavy attack bite. Both of these can be blocked. They don't do terribly much damage, and you can also dodge roll them. Really simple stuff. Alright, the next we have is an Ice Wraith. These guys are obnoxious as hell, and it's because they have a charge that'll place a ice AoE on the ground. Don't stand in it, it'll also knock you down, and also they'll burrow underground. They'll lose all their dots. You can't damage them, you can't target them. They're very annoying. They'll also come up out of the ground, stun anyone, deal some damage. Look out for it. Alright, next we have a classic Thunder Maul. Again, they're going to have 2 attacks, a Lightning Cleave, dodge or block it, or just move out of it, and then they have this AoE lightning thing that we see him casting here. Bash it, he won't do any damage, he'll be set off balance, everything is great. So another low priority mob, not terribly dangerous. Next, we have a Ranger. He's going to have 2 attacks. He's going to have an Acid Spray that can be blocked or bashed. It's better if you bash it because it'll put a snare on you, kind of painful. And then he'll also have an Arrow Barrage that is much larger than a normal Arrow Barrage. It's called Volley. You can bash it, you can move out of it, whatever. It doesn't matter. Low HP, easy to kill. Next is the Ice Mage. He's got a banner on his back. That means he is a dangerous target. He has 3 mechanics. Winter's Embrace, a channeled attack, bash it. If you don't, it'll send out ice, it'll do damage. He's got Elemental Blockade that'll explode for ice damage, move out of that. And then he's got Force Pulse, which can also be bashed. So everything can be bashed, easy. Next is a Slayer, same as the first round. He's going to do a heavy attack, and then he'll occasionally do Silver Shards. We're not going to see him do that much in this round because he's not supposed to be a part of the Fighters Guild. He's beefier than he was in the first round. He does have the banner on his back, so it just means look out for his heavy attacks. Really simple. Next, we have a big old troll, has 2 mechanics, a frontal cleave, move out of it when he does it, and then a ground pound where he'll continuously slam the ground, snare you, and set you off balance for a brief moment. You can dodge roll these, you can block it, you can just move out of it. He's not terribly difficult. He does have a little bit of high HP pool, but weak to fire, easy to kill. Next, we have Yavni, our first boss of the final wave. He's just going to do stuff like a Slayer, meaning heavy attack. He's going to do a Silver Shards occasionally. He just moves around a lot. He does a lot of damage if you're not blocking him, so do be careful of that. Keep him stacked with the other ads because there's going to be lots of ads coming out with him. Once he gets to about 60% is when you get the first wave, and then again at 30% you'll get some more. Next is Katie Ice Turner, whatever. She does the same thing in Ice Mage will. That means she's got Force Pulse, bash this or dodge it. She's got Unstable Wall, move out of it. Do not block it, it'll kill you. And then Winter's Embrace, which is another bashable attack. You can dodge it, move out of it, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then she'll also place Elemental Susceptibility on you. If she hits you after that, she's going to do devastating damage, so look out. But now, into gameplay. Alright, here we are with the crew that was in the first stage. We're going into the ice rink dealing with the hardy Nords of the North. Right away, we're going to move to our campfire. We're just going to sit around here for the most part because this is where bulk of the ads spawn. And Delty is going to do a fantastic job at chaining anything that's coming to us that needs to be. So Really simple stuff. Again, like we talked about earlier, there's not going to be any mechanics in terms of environmental stuff until I'll point it out. So at the start of the second wave. But we see here that there's just some basic adds, really low HP. This is on Veteran again, so like we're just doing crazy high damage. And even if you don't have the world's best DPS, this stuff is pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of DPS checks. You saw there that big red AoE, that was a volley. Deltia noticed it right away and chains the mob in, so he didn't do anything. Here we have that Ice Mage with the banner on his back. That means he's a high priority. He just hit someone with the Force Pulse, and look at how low health they got. That Force Pulse is devastating. You gotta be able to bash or dodge roll that one, because it will fuck you up if you get hit by that and another attack. So keep an eye out for those bannermen. They have a banner for a reason. All right, next we have some more simple stuff. Another bannerman, just going to do a heavy attack. Deltia blocks it, doesn't take too much damage. Boom, dead. Pulling in those rangers. Here we see this Ice Wraith do his charge attack and then put the ice on the ground, and I'm snared for a short while when I move through it. I shouldn't have done that. But really easy. As long as he can be chained, he won't go underground much. Got some bears here, really low HP. Everything can be stunned here unless it's an elite, and even some elites can be stunned. So having CC in your kit is a really helpful tool because like you can stun a mob instead of bashing it if they're from afar or something, and help alleviate a lot of that damage. All right, start of round 3. This is when all of our fires extinguish, and I'm the runner. I'm going to take care of the torches. So the first one is not a big deal. I grabbed the torch before the start of the round, so it respawned again, and I had it available to me. So we'll start. We have a troll here. He does his pound. Everyone moves out of it, and we drop some ultimates to kind of melt him. Here we got that Ice Wraith coming through, trying to knock us up. All right, here's that Ice Mage. There's the Winter's Embrace. Look at how we all move away from that as soon as it comes out. That thing hurts, and we didn't bash it in time, so we all moved. Just really plowing through some of these lower HP mobs, like Rangers and stuff are obnoxious. We try and stack them up. All right, I'm going to grab the torch again because I don't want this to dwindle. And since a new round is starting, another one will spawn. So since we're so fast, we don't have to worry about losing it. So you see right there, the torch respawns. So that was a great use of using the torches. I picked it up before the round started so that I got a free one out of it. So it's like nothing happened. I didn't have to go far away to go pick anything up. Drop some Destro ulties, melt through these higher HP targets. Just killing the ranged guys. Deltia's going to chain these punks in because they're sitting from afar. Move out of that Thunder Slam that the Thunder Maul did. Here's a Slayer in the back, kind of just beaming him, making sure that he dies. And just more of the same. Pull in these obnoxious targets. There you saw the Ice Wraith go underground, and notice how he doesn't take damage. This is why I mean they're so obnoxious, because they're immune. So here, I'm going to run to the far side, because I want to save that that torch. And here you see that little, where the fire's about to go out. That's why I relit it. Now we're starting the boss round. We're going to focus both of them. We're going to wait to drop our ultimates until the Ice Mage moves, because she's going to walk back. See, right here, she's like, haha, you place all your dots, I'm going to move. And we're going to focus her. Here, you see, bash that Winter's Embrace. That'll hurt. She's going to do a Force Pulse. We blocked it, didn't do too much damage. We're just moving out of all of her AoE. There, she drops that Wall of Elements. I have Deltia move because he would have got fucked up if he didn't, because that will literally shred you. Even if you're a tank, it does crazy damage. So we're just trying to nuke her as fast as possible, bashing all of her attacks, saving ultimates for when all of these adds come in. Got a volley from an archer. I need Deltia to pull him in, so he does. There you see, with his chains. Fantastic job. Mage is dead, so now we're just focusing Yavni. Really, really easy when you have the coordinated groups and stuff. But that's it for this stage. Now we'll go on to the third round, which will be in a separate video. I hope this has been helpful. Don't forget to grab your chest and talk to that imp if you need to repair. But thanks a bunch for watching. See ya. If you've liked the content in this video, consider pledging at my Patreon. The community's interest and support keep me inspired and drive me to continue improving and giving back. Thanks to all my patrons who've already shown their dedication. I truly appreciate it. If you have feedback, drop a comment, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or subscribe to the channel. Other than that, I will see you guys next time.